Wes Anderson's Asteroid City has come out to okay reviews. So, did it live up to my expectations? Yes, it exceeded them even. Quick overview if you haven't seen it. We're watching not the story of these people, but a play being played out, just in the frame of a movie. The real quote-unquote story isn't what we see most of the movie, it's everything that's in black and white. It's everything that we see behind the scenes. Edward Norton's character, the writer, is probably the most and least important character. I say this because although he doesn't really do anything, he knows the true meaning behind the show, which Jason Schwartzman's character, as an actor now in black and white, questions the play, saying he doesn't understand and mainly quote, "Am I doing it right?" He asks the director this in this scene, and the director says that he doesn't really understand it either, only the writer does, but you are playing the character correctly. Perfectly, the character has consumed you. Before this interaction, the alien has come back a second time, and instead of cutting to the black and white after scene, like usual, we actually watch Jason's character walk through the set into the back, showing all more that it is just a play. So you might ask, what's the meaning of the play? Or I guess the movie as a whole, but I think that's the point. At its core, it's a movie about grief and people not being able to process or express it. Seeing Scarlett Johansson's character and Jason's character talk about it multiple times. The movie brings this to light by showing it to us through so many different mediums, saying everybody grieves differently. And honestly, sometimes it just doesn't make sense. Or, in other words, it feels otherworldly, like the alien that comes. So, for an actual linear plot, this movie doesn't really have one. It does technically if you separated the black and white scenes and the Asteroid City scenes, but put together it becomes this confusing jumbled mess that once you really look within starts to make sense, not only as a story but as a message. As a piece of art, I have no problems with this movie. It's less a traditional movie and more of a beautiful representation of loss and grief. Losing someone never makes sense, and like it's said in the movie, there's never a right time. And eventually, as time goes on, you never really get over it, but it becomes more normalized and you stop hurting as much. The alien is a great representation of that. He comes, takes away something that we held dearly, and then we obsess over it for a while. Could be weeks, months, years. It's personal. But then you see something that reminds you of it. The alien coming back. It gives us our thing that we held dearly back, and it sort of makes us go crazy. Then, on our own time, we come to terms with it, and we move on. Seeing how, at the end of the movie, no one cares about the alien anymore. Not tourists, not the people who were there when it happened, and not the president. I've seen a lot of one-star reviews of this movie, and I really just don't understand them. People are saying nothing happened, or it's incoherent, or Wes Anderson sacrificed story for artistic value. But I don't think anything was sacrificed. Things for sure happened, and while it may seem incoherent, once you take a closer look, you can see it's not. The movie ends with everyone yelling, "You can't wake up if you don't fall asleep." Going along with themes of grief and loss, they're saying that if you don't accept what happened, and you don't go through your own process, you'll never get past it. In other words, you can't find peace until you delve into your own mind. Personally, this movie was amazing. Originally, I was gonna give it a 9.5, but now it's a 9.9 out of 10. Only not a 10 out of 10 because I don't have any movie that's a 10 out of 10. But let me know what you think. Do you agree with me? Disagree? Who knows?